Ever since I was a kid, I really dreamed of opening a case of something. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was all the money in the world. Well, today is my first experience opening a case of something. While it is not a $700 to $1,000 case of a booster box, it is about a $150 to $250 case of Megatins, depending on when you got yours. I was a little lucky on the low end. I'm really excited to do this. I've never done it. So let's go ahead and hop into this 2022 Megatin case opening. All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to YGOPD, your Yu-Gi-Oh! Professional Development. Sorry for the delay. I've had a little bit of technical difficulties. I'm operating on a bit of a temporary setup, so you will see some things edited a little bit cleaner than others in certain videos, depending on when they were recorded. But nonetheless, I have finally got my case of Megatins in, and I really want to go ahead and open them with you all. All right, so for those of you who aren't familiar, a case is essentially 12 tins. 3 mega packs each for a total of 36 packs. And we'll go ahead and just start with it. Usually this takes around, I think, the last 4 core sets, along with a few other pieces here and there. Most of them are commons, then you're going to get 1 rare, 1 super rare, 2 ultras, and a secret, most of which are rarity upgrades or making certain things accessible, like Link Apple going to a common from originally a super. So I will kind of glow over the commons a little bit quickly here for the first few, and then we'll kind of speed things up. First rare here, Garden Rose Flora. Ruin Force is a nice super. Live Twin Lilith. Apparently I was wrong. You get 2 supers and 2 ultras. We got the little Otter Boy as our ultra. Scrap Raptor is a nice ultra as well. And then our first secret is Armed Dragon Thunder level 7. Not terrible. And then just a few more comments on the end here. I'm going to go ahead and start separating these into piles just so I kind of have that for myself. And then we'll kind of go on from there. All right, we'll go ahead and get into the next pack. We'll try to get this moving pretty quickly because it does take quite a while to open all of these packs, and all of these packs are quite hefty. So we'll go ahead and flip this around right here. And we'll just try to do a good job here opening them, making sure that our autofocus is going to cooperate with us today. And for our first rare, I did it again, and yet it's the same rare and then the same super. A little treat. I really hope it is not the same secret, but that is a good super. Ghost Mourner. I actually don't have any of these, so this is a really nice card to get. But again, like I said, someone will be able to pick, and D-Shifter, 3 cards out of this opening that they can then get. And if your goal is just to get staples or maybe some legacy support you never had the chance to, this is going to be a solid one for you. Apex Predation, not a terrible ultra. And then Ready Fusion, not the worst secret there is. There's probably, I'd say, about 50% or maybe a little bit more of secrets are more meta or staple focused here. So that's usually pretty good. Obviously, it's bringing the cost down quite a bit, which is very good for players to have things that are accessible. Obviously, we're looking for things like Droplet, Lightning Storm, all of that good stuff. But we'll keep moving on here. So we're going to keep going here, and I'm going to try to make sure not to rip off the super this time. Good, we got Magic Key there. Flundery's Stree, a little bit of Utopia support there. Ultra is a DDD. And then, this guy really good for Virtual World. And then Link into the Brains, one of the new cards. If you have a Link 1, this will work really well for that, including stuff like Magical Musketeers, Sun Avalon, anything that has a Link 1 that has a powerful effect. This will be a really good card to play. And then just some more comments at the end here. Okay, we'll go ahead and hop into the next pack. But like I said, looking for that. The other thing you can get are some exclusive alt art prints that are exclusive to this tin. Dark Magician Girl, Red Eyes Black Dragon, and Blue Eyes White Dragon. I believe no Dark Magician this time around, but I would be happy to see any of those. That would be really nice. Going to keep going here. Frozen Flip, and I did it again. Magic Key Rare. Vesticulo as a super, nice super there. Adignister, and then our first Ultra is more of the Egyptian god support. Shout out to the Draw 6 combo. Stardust Synchron, and our secret is a second Ready Fusion. All right, we're seeing doubles, and we're like, what, maybe 3 packs in? That is not what you want to see, but of the secrets to get, I am much more happy to see a Ready Fusion double than a double of the Armed Dragon level 7. Go ahead and flip around into our next pack here. We have a Denier as a common. That's a nice reprint there for Heroes. Keep going here. Again, trying not to destroy the super there. Utopia. Super is Armed Sage. A second Mourner. I am very happy to see that. Excuse me, Earth Chant is our first Ultra, and Nibiru, a really good Ultra reprint. Always happy to see those good Ultras. There aren't many of them that have value or at least meta contention, and this is obviously one of those. And then Pot of Prosperity, let's go. I could not have asked for a better pack. Absolutely insane. So again, if you're keeping your eye on what things you're trying to snag for this giveaway, that is definitely going to be probably something that catches your eye. Absolutely insane meta reprint. I think I have a pack actually stuck under the mat here. I do. Setting that off to the side. We'll go ahead and hop into the next one here. We'll try to speed this along a little bit. I'm not looking at the comments at the end, apologies for that, but there's plenty other in-depth openings at the first looks that you can see if you want to see all the comments, but ideally we've all seen these before. So more Armed Dragon stuff, a few randoms here and there. Another rare for Ice Barriers, another ZW Twin Saber, another Traptrix Vesicool, and our first Ultra is a second D-Shifter. I cannot complain. I don't have any D-Shifters, so that is really good. Branded Bond, not a terrible Ultra. And then Ascended Sage is actually something I'm kind of happy to see. Utopia is a neat and fun deck. This was a card that I believe only had an Ultra printing and was sitting around $10 to $15. So it's really good to see that Searcher get a reprint, a really powerful card for the Utopia strategy. You might have seen certain variants. I like the Invoked variant of that. It is kind of neat, but nonetheless, we'll go ahead and keep moving here onto our next pack. Ad libitum for Despia stuff. Make sure we get this centered. And we'll wait till our autofocus decides to cooperate. Kick back in. There we go. Archer, our rare here. And then one super Sue ship. Nice little super kind of homage there. Lina, happy to see that. Always a decent Ultra. Zexal Construction, another piece of reprint for Utopia support. Originally a super, so a nice upgrade. Then our secret is a second Ascended Sage. I am not upset at seeing this. That is something that if I get a playset, I would be happy to delve into a deck profile of that. But again, not one of the worst secrets, because again, other than that, it only had the Ultra printing, and it was a little bit up there, running you about 10 to 15 bucks. So it's a good card to see nonetheless. All right, and we'll go ahead and move on here. Got our commons. We'll try to, again, not botch the rare here as it comes. There we go. And then our first super is a Ghost Sister in Spooky Dogwood. This is actually another hand trap. I never bothered to pick up a set because it's just not seen much competitive viability. But now with cards like Starter, different things like that, the special summoning is crazy in the meta. Citing this in time might not be a bad idea. Another Lilitreat. Another Lina, that's fine. Another Zexal Construction, and I swear if it is another Ascended Sage, it is not. It is a Ghost Ogre. I am very happy to see that. That is a really good secret. I love how these prismatics really just look and shine, especially on the hand traps here. This will definitely be something worth to pick up a play set of all of these. So really, really happy to see that. This case is, I would say, overall off to a pretty solid start compared to most. We've seen a Prosperity, Ghost Ogre, a couple Ascended Sages, not terrible, and then a couple Ready Fusion. So overall, not too terrible. Could be going much worse, so I will try not to complain too much. Going into our next pack, we have some commons here. And our rare, more Stardust support. Another Stree, a Frost, good to see that. I wish they had had all the other live twins in here as well. Let's see, Heritage of the Light, and then a Biskeeper. And our secret is Dual Tower. Not the greatest, but it is an exclusive to the Megatons. So I am at least happy to see something that may eventually have a value of, you know, $1 or $2 down the line. So Dual Tower, definitely not terrible. And then we'll go ahead and hop into the next pack here. If I can actually open it. This one is struggling. That better mean it has something good inside. So we'll see. Go ahead and get this set up here. Another Ad libitum. Let's see. Common, Link Apple, B Trooper. Nice to see those as reprint. Extremely budget now. We got our rare Swallow here. And then Sunvine Crossbreed. Actually looking for this super. I like this tech in the new Rika Sun Avalon strategy as a secondary target amongst a sowing, because you can then, Dryas isn't once per turn, so you can seed, and then if they negate Dryas, bring seed back, remake Dryas, get sowing, and then keep playing. Really cool card. Zexal Construction, and then our second one is DD Assault Carrier, and then we have a Ruddy Rose Dragon. This is actually not the worst. I do not mind this. I actually do not have this. So that is definitely a cool secret to have. Happy to see it there. Does come up in the format from time to time, depending on how the decks that use it. You saw a little bit of Punk Synchro Pile teching that in at one point, probably a few months ago or so before the NA World Championship. And we'll go ahead and get on to the next pack here. More B-Trooper stuff, more Sioux Ship stuff. Our rare, I'm not even going to try to say that, reading upside down. Another Swallow and Ice Jade in our first Ultra Contract with the Abyss. I think this is the first holo printing of this. I'm sure you've probably heard that a million times, but just interesting to see. And Dark Ruler No More, an insane Ultra. Really, really happy to see that. If we're seeing staple Ultras, that means we'll see some good secrets. Let's see. And Ecclesia. That seems to be the trend. If you get a good Ultra, you're always going to get pretty much a good secret. Really happy to see this. Amazing reprint. Really helps Sword Soul just become, surprisingly, from a meta 1 threat just a few months ago to a literal budget deck aside from Baron, which is really, really nuts. So, but happy to see Ecclesia. Very, very happy with that. We'll go ahead and hop into the next one here. Got some more B-Trooper commons, a few other odds and ends here, Flying Red Carp. Another good reprint here as a common for the Rika Sun Avalon deck. That's on the horizon for me. Rare, I botched it up again. Magic-y, Masquerade, this card should die and burn. I hate this card. Beast King Unleashed, and then Baby Mud Dragon, neat little card there. Another Lina, and our secret is a second Ecclesia. I am more than happy to see this as a double. Definitely a really cool card. Interesting how we've opened secrets back to back. We opened 2 Ready Fusion back to back and then 2 Ecclesia back to back. I don't know what that says, but I would like to see cards like Prosperity back to back, Lightning Storm back to back, Droplet. Where are those at? Let's pull some of those. So go ahead and get into our next commons. More Arm Dragon, Zexal stuff. Let's see, add Ignister, Flying Red Carp again, more Magic-y. Our first super is Ghost Reaper, and Winter Cherries do not have any of this. This is actually a really good super. I didn't realize this was here as a super, actually. Great for siding against Tyr and Sprite. Another Sioux Ship, our first Ultra, Danger. Our second Ultra is Threshold Borg. And our secret is Dramaturge. Not the greatest, but again, not the worst. Definitely a nice upgrade to the Despia strategy. So go ahead and move on to our next one here. One of the main things I was actually looking for was that Sunvine Super as a random odd to kind of get out of this set. Also nice to see some of the Windwitch stuff reprinted here. I'm going to keep moving here. We got Mystic Mine out. Hopefully the ban list will out Mystic Mine. Moving on, B-Trooper, Magic-y. Nice Synchro reprint. Well, a very niche card that some decks use. Nice to see it as a common. Our rare here. And then our first super, Book of Lunar Eclipse. I really love the secret and the Starlight printing of this. A very beautiful card. I just think almost super does it a little bit of an injustice, but still looks good nonetheless. A Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. Always happy to see any type of hand trap or pseudo staple card just to keep and hold on to. First Ultra Alvain, a really good reprint, something that wasn't necessary, but a nice pair to go along with Ready Fusion, especially with a deck like Sprite in the meta to summon a free level 2 tuner. Our second Ultra is the Dark Eye Nightmare, and our secret is a branded opening. Good to see that. This card was a little bit expensive for no reason, especially as a super. Hate seeing random garbage like that get bought out, but a good reprint and a good upgrade to the Despia strategy nonetheless, making another, what was tier 1 meta threat not that long ago, quite more budget and accessible, except for maybe a card like Guardian Chimera. So go ahead and move on here. Another card we're kind of looking for that I would probably not like to pull, but wouldn't be upset about it, is Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. That is the Field Spell Searcher, Normal Summon Alistair, or anything else. It's just a really cool card. So here's our rare Pendulum Treasure, our super Binary Blader, not terrible. Trap Tricks, good reprint there for our Link 2. Our first Ultra is the Otter again. Our second Ultra is Arm Dragon Thunder level 10, and our secret is the map. I hate Flunder as much as probably most everyone else does, but this is still nevertheless a really good reprint for them. Looks really, really good again in that prismatic secret. So go ahead and move on here to our next one. Still looking for some of those money cards. We pulled a Prosperity, which I think at this point covers about 2 tins. We'll take another Prosperity. We'll take another Lightning Storm. We'll take another Droplet. We'll take one of those alt arts, actually. That alt art, Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, and Dark Magician Girl. All of those look really good. I think the Dark Magician Girl looks the best in terms of the coloring, especially if you look at some of the Euro print and the darker stuff. I think that's really, really neat. Now we got another Flunderies Snow. A secret rare, I believe, once now brought down to the rare slot, and no one ever used it to begin with. Crazy. Sun Avalon. Cool. Nice little bump from common to super there for branded. A second Nibiru, really happy to see it. Pulling for a insane secret now out of this pack, because we've seen a good ultra. We're going to see if that pattern continues. Baby Mud Dragon and a nope. My theory is now out the window. Dramaturge of Despia. Not the greatest, but not the worst. But again, seeing Nibiru as an ultra, that is a really, really good pickup. Glad to see that. If we're not getting great secrets, I am still happy that we are getting staple ultras. That is really what you want to see. Ideally, we'd love to see both, but nevertheless, we still got probably at least halfway, and we're going to kind of keep going here. And we will actually see in just a second. I'm going to cut the camera and then turn it back on because my camera is doo-doo and can only record 20 minutes at a session. So it'll just be a quick off and on. Arm Dragon here. High Ritual Art. Virtual Jianwu. Nice super reprint. Really, really cool. Abyss Keeper. Stardust Trail, and another branded opening. Not the best, but not the worst. Still happy to see a card like that. We're going to go ahead and cut real quick and then just hop right back into it in a split second. Okay, going to go ahead and hop into the next pack. Whether you believe things have been changed or messed with, that is up to you, but I assure you they have not. Again, I can only afford one case, so I don't have the luxury of doing any of that crazy stuff, but we're about halfway and we're going to keep going through here. So looking at our commons, Flying Red card. I've seen this card like in almost every pack. I don't even know what this card does, but Another Time, Another Day. Rabina as a rare. How the Mighty Have Fallen. Traptrix Vesiculo and Adagnister Dunmari. A third Nibiru a place set of Nibiru out of our tin. Absolutely nuts. Really happy for that. Baby Mud Dragon again. And a good secret. Link into the Verains. At least it is an exclusive. So not a bad card. If you're looking to have some fun with Link into the Verains, one of the best cards I would say is probably the Magical Musketeer archetype. You can really get a lot of mileage with that card. Linking it into Max and then, ooh, I just noticed this. As we open, the miscut is real. This is unfortunate. I'm kind of hoping there are no good secrets in this now. But again, miscut does not mean damage, does not mean unplayable. More falls in the line of misprint. But we will see. Mystic Mine out. Again, shout out to that. Our rare is going to be Usartic, I think. Adagnister, Dogmatica, Sprite's Blessing, Danger, and our secret is Ghost Ogre. Is this cut bad? Whoa, that's crazy. It's actually not. It was just like the back of these packs. Like it got worse as it went on. That's really interesting. But cool nonetheless. Really happy to see another good secret. A second Ghost Ogre. That is really, really good to see. So excited to see that. We'll go ahead and get into our next pack here. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Make sure this is all lined up nice and neat. Go ahead and set this stuff off to the side as we're going. Okay. And our rare is going to be, I can't even really read that upside down. I'm assuming it's not too relevant. Maybe the Gizmek field spell or something like that, I think. ZW again. Vesiculo again. Let's see. Adagnister, the Link 1. Really, really good card. Nice little upgrade there. Dimension Shifter, second D Shifter. Happy to see that. And our secret is another Despia fusion. Not terrible, but not the worst. Again, like I said, if we're not seeing an insane secret, then I'm happy we are seeing an insane ultra. Excuse me there. Go ahead and move on to our next one here. We have more commons, my favorite. More free bulk to trade in to get your $1 discount back on your tins. Konami Vinyana, shout out to my boy Grant playing Cybers with the 6th season here. Masquerade, horrible card. Don't like it. Beast King Unleashed. Lina, happy to see an Ultra like that. Another DDD. And our secret is, ooh, Underworld Goddess. Happy to see that. This was a card I think people were 50-50 on the fence of if it was going to get reprinted or not. This card is really nice. Nice to see. Really happy to have that. Definitely a solid card nonetheless. I think this card is definitely a nice card to get kind of a budget reprint. It feels like one of those cards where if it wasn't reprinted, it was just going to keep going up and kind of be unnecessarily high for people who only use it in really niche situations. But we're going to go ahead and keep moving forward with our next pack. Playset of Outs to Mystic Mine. Nice, but not really. Garden Rose Flora, a Book of Lunar Eclipse. Another ZW. I feel like we've seen this super in almost every pack. Like, Jesus. Heritage of the Light, Abyss Keeper, and our secret is, ooh, Lightning Storm. Let's go. Insane. Happy to see that. This case is really coming out nice. This is probably about A10, about $20. Lightning Storm. Really happy to see that. Absolutely insane reprint, making this budget. Again, for people who can't afford a case or can't afford a case immediately, I would really recommend picking the singles that you want and just nabbing those up while they're cheap, while people are still opening tins. Some people aren't still getting cases until like even this past week, if not early next week. So there's going to be an influx of products still. So plenty of supply, so get them while they're low before everyone's got what they need and they stop selling, and then the demand goes back up. So Pendulum Treasure, branded super, playset of the Lose to Time guy, and Zexal Construction is our first Ultra. DD Assault Carrier, and our secret is Small World. Not a bad secret. Again, one of those secrets I never really bothered to pick up. This was always a card that I would see and wonder, do I ask for it as a throw-in for a trade? Do I grab it now? Do I wait? It's just kind of niche, and it's interesting. Doesn't vanish for cost, which helps, but a lot of the time it really does feel like a -1, depending on, unless you're searching something absolutely insane and can guarantee that you resolve it. But nonetheless, still happy to see Small World here. Going to keep moving on for our rare of the pack. I think that is the Gizmek Field spell. Binary Blader, Dogmatica in white, and our first Ultra is Dogmatica Genesis. Second Ultra, Soul. I've never seen this card, Soul Energy. I have no clue. Maybe this is like the Obelisk thing from what I'm seeing. Might be an exclusive. And then, ooh, DPE, nice to see. Ironically, just moved my DPE because RIP Verte Anaconda, but nice to have one back now, lying in wait. So really nice to see. And then we will go ahead and move on here. Let's see what we got going on in the next pack here. Armed Dragon, Expendable Die, Chronomaly, Flundereeze, Pendulum Treasure again, M-Pen as a ridiculously looking super. Book of Lunar Eclipse, another super I think we've seen a lot. Earth Chant, DD Assault Cat, I've still seen this a lot too. And our secret is a third, I believe this is now our playset of branded opening, which is fine. That means I would like no more. If you're going to give me branded supers, I will take a Luber. That would be a nice change of pace. So go ahead and get into the next one here. Winding down, I'd say maybe about a third to a quarter left here. More like maybe a third. So Armed Dragon, Despia, B-Trooper, Danger, Psychic Eraser Laser. Nice little common to kind of have laying around. Comes up every now and again. Stree. Ooh, good super. Like this. I like this a lot. Paleo is a deck dear to my heart. Man-Eater Bug, insane. I forget what this is, but Rebuildier, I forget. It's just interesting. And then a second Despian Fusion. I can't say the name upside down, but again, not the greatest, not really what we're looking for, but that is okay. I think it's kind of evened itself out. I'm pretty happy overall so far with this case. Just kind of keep on moving. Things I would like to see is maybe a third D-Shifter would be nice. I think a third Ghost Mourner. I don't know, or maybe we have 2 or 1, I can't remember, but yeah, playsets are the good stuff. We're just really going for that. Synchro Transmission, Cherries, there we go. Playsets are the good stuff. I think that's our second Cherries. Radiant something, never seen this card before. And then a second of the rank 6, good for Virtual World, and our second Ultra Heritage of Light. Starting to see this a lot. And our secret is a third, I believe a third now, Dramaturge of Despia. I do not want any more of those. We're cut off. Playsets of only like mid things is whatever, but if I'm getting more than 3 of anything, it has to be the good stuff. That's kind of where I'm saying. So we're going to go ahead and go into our next one. Got some more commons here. This card, dude, I'm just going to build a deck around this at this point. Jesus. Sacred Tree Beast, Ice Barrier. There we go. That's either our second or third Ghost Mourner. Really happy to see that. Another M-Pen, a Earth Chant. Ooh, a fourth Nibiru. Ooh, cannot complain. Give me a good secret. Oh, it's the one that everyone hates to see, Greater Polymerization. But I will say, I have not seen a single Rox Rose. And that was what I was telling my friends. I was like, if I don't see a single Rox Rose in my case, I'm just going to consider it good. Because the amount of people pulling like 3-4 Rox Rose a case is just ridiculous. I think Greater Polymerization was also up there. But yeah, really not into seeing that. So yeah, go ahead. Next pack. Ice Jade, B Trooper. Jesus Christ. Majestic Mirage, and then ZS Arm Sage, the other one that pairs, not bad. Okay. Ultra 1. Ooh, Bearbrum. Forgot this was an Ultra. Nice little bump up for Tri Brigade or Tri Sprite. Shout out to that. And our secret. Jesus Christ, I just said I didn't want to see this card. Whatever. Okay, cool. We got our one Rox Rose out of the way. No more. No more. Cool. The meme's there. I said I didn't want to see it. You gave it to me. Great. All done. Check it off the box. Move on. Next pack. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Common. Who would have thought? All these wonderful commons here. Chronomaly, you and I. Never seen this before. Book of Lunar Eclipse again. Ooh, Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. I believe our second or third. Happy to see that. Rebuildier, Branded Bond, and ooh, it's a trap. Maybe Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. Ooh, nice call. I like this card. I'm glad I saw one of it at least. Again, banish it from your grave, so you dump it with Foolish Burial Goods. Adds any Crystal Beast and any field spell from your deck to your hand. Add Meltdown, add Light, summon Alistair. But no, seriously, it's really cool. People doing some neat stuff with that card. So really cool to see that card. I really like it a lot. Going on to our next pack. Got some more commons here. Again, more B Trooper, more Sue Ship stuff. Stained Glass. First Super Vesiculo. Second Super Goki. I don't remember this card. And then Dark Honest. Not terrible. A Taken. And then our secret is, we're starting to decline a bit. Hitting, I think, our fourth Dramaturge. But that is whatever. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs left. Can we get something good in the close? I'm looking for a Prosperity, Lightning Storm, even a Droplet. Haven't seen a Droplet yet. That would be really, really solid. Or even just some more D-shifters and some nibs. I'll take some decent Ultras. But we got for our rare here a Proof of, I can't even say that upside down, another Stree, another Cambroster, a Lina, another Otter, and a third Ecclesia. I will not complain. Very happy to see that. Ecclesia, definitely a solid secret. Happy to see that. All right, we got 4 to go, including the one right now that we are opening. Let's see what we can make happening here. So, got our common Basil Rose Shoot, Rip That Engine, Fabled Danger, Virtual World 2/2 or Tau Tau as our rare. Cambroster again, all of a sudden seeing this guy. Trap Tricks Link 2, Ultra number 1, DDD, Ultra number 2, you AI Meet You, and our map, a second map. Not terrible, not terrible. That will always be, there will always be someone who wants the Flunder Secret, so not really that crazy of a deal there. But again, down to 3 packs. Can we get our amazing secrets here in the close? This is interesting. I just know these packs do seem to be a bit miscut on the last one. Maybe my eyes are going insane, but the bottom looks just a little bit longer than the top there. But it just seems like it maybe is that last card, which is kind of interesting. It's a common, so who cares? But at the same time, just interesting. Always good shout outs to quality control, right? B Trooper, rare. Another Frost, happy to see that. Another Goki, Ultra number 1. Just saw this in DZ's video, never seen this card before, but it actually looks really cool. Those lightning kind of strikes through that. I kind of think that's quite neat. Can't really get it too good on camera, but neat card nonetheless. Cool to see it. And then another Threshold Borg, and then after we focus, our secret is, Jesus Christ, a 5th, I believe, or no, maybe a 4th of the Despia Super. So Unfortunate, but we have 2 more to go. If we can get at least just 1 more good secret in the close, that would be good. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. I'll take an ogre, but looking for Ash. Actually, I forgot about that completely. I've not seen a single Ash yet. Prosperity, Lightning Storm Droplet. There's so many good secrets here. Can we get one of them in the close here? Or at least another decent ultra. Spooky Dog will definitely our playset now. Good to see, good to see. Honest. Secret Overtake. Our secret is, ooh, yes, in the close. Forbidden Droplet. Really good to see that. Absolutely nuts. Definitely a really good card to end on there. We have 1 more pack. Almost wish that was the last pack, but hey, can we get a second Droplet back to back? Like we said, we've been getting secrets back to back. This is the time to do it. Final pack of the entire 2022 Megaton case opening. Go ahead and see what we got going on here. Okay, rare. Spooky Dogwood, fine super. I don't think we got a 3rd Mourner, but it's whatever. A little treat. I mean, good ultra. No. Good secret. Ooh, something we haven't seen. Happy to see that. Albion. Definitely a really good looking prismatic secret to end on nonetheless. So that is it for the Megaton case opening. Thank you all so much for watching. Really appreciate you guys. Again, if you like what I'm doing, drop a like, drop a subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.